This is the other confusing thing that a lot of people get is that when they start dating, they're planning for a long-term relationship, but that's not how it is. To my left, comes not in the top. Every relationship I've seen that's successful.
I had no motivations or aspirations in life because of the way my surroundings shaped my view of myself. How did I use pain to change my life? Not in a toxic way. Hi, I'm Lucas Sacchiano. I'm a filmmaker and photographer based in LA. I do have a certificate in neurolinguistics, but I'm not a professional. And I'm here to tell you about the one thing that I discovered about pain and happiness and how it completely changed my life. And by using pain, I went from someone with no dreams to start my journey as a filmmaker, direct my own music videos, working for brands, and now artists. It is pretty crazy. And there's multiple types of pain, but I want to talk about specific two types that changed my life, and I hope it can change yours as well. But how? How can you have pain and happiness living in the same mind space? That just sounds insanity. In motivational psychology, pain, it is perceived as fuel, but why is that a lot of people who struggles with emotional pain don't actually feel motivated? So what's interesting is that a lot of successful people have this very specific way of thinking. I don't have it, therefore I'll do everything I can to get it. However, majority of people, including myself, think more as like, I don't have it, but I heard only privileged people or lucky or talented people can have it. Therefore, I would never have it. And that midsection of the sentence is called trauma. It's feeling victimized by the circumstance or by someone who told you something that justifies why you don't have what you wish, and it kind of just makes you accept it. And we could go deep into all the things that led into that mentality, but I won't. But I'll tell you the way I got out of it. Any sides of resilience, in which I do talk about in my previous video, and you have not watched it, I highly recommend you do. Now that you're more resilient, you have everything you need, but you might be scared to get hurt again, and you don't know what the next step is. Let's go. And I hope at this stage, you have something you really want to do, like goals, a career, or dream life, but it just feels impossible. And this stage is called uninformed pessimism. And honestly, all you have to do is research. Just really have to dive deep into their world and really understand how they reach their goals. And you just have to find multiple different sources on how they did it. And you kind of have to shape your own way into how you can transition your current life into that new life. And you just have to take it slow. But isn't this video about how to turn pain into motivation? You haven't talked about pain at all. So actually, there's two types of what I call pain processes. I came up with this term, so don't judge. One is the destructive pain, where is the pain more directed towards the past, and it actually kills your motivation because it's more related to your past and people. So it's like things that is out of your control. Those are more traumas because those things kind of puts you at a depressive state of mind, and it makes you feel caged rather than just feel urgent. It's a type of pain that you have no options because you're like pursuing things that you have no control of. And the other one is more of a constructive pain, in which is more directed towards the future, and it's just a matter of taking the steps necessary in order to get where you want to go, and you have way more control of because there's no one telling you that you can't do it, because now you have resilience that it is holding you strong into your current state of mind. And I just want to say that I get it. You know, a lot of us grew up in very difficult situations, and it's really hard. But I truly believe that if you're here watching this, you have what it takes. Because I think people who would completely surrender to their current situation, I don't think they even watch this type of content. So I think just by watching this, you have what it takes, because I was in the exact same position. So now becoming more resilient, I believe you have what it takes to navigate through some stressful situations with ease. Now, I think this stage is the most exciting because the only pain that holds you back now is the pain of the future, which is a constructive pain. And you probably feel a lot better about yourself in this situation, a lot more mentally stable, but you might be a little scared because you don't want to fail. You don't want to get hurt again. And you don't want to validate those insecurities that you worked really hard to get rid of. So I want you to pay attention to these expressions. Discomfort is not as bad as I think it is. It's a normal feeling when it comes to growing, and each person has their own pace for growth. Failure does not define my value as an individual because I will allow myself to fail as many times as I need in order to live my dream life. And I will not allow anyone to change my mind because I'm the only one responsible for my own happiness. These are some of the values that I added to my life in recent years, and I hope you can make them yours as well. How do I use constructive pain? Now, listen to the sentences and pay attention to how they make you feel. If I don't learn how to control my finances in order to live my dream life, I'll be stuck in my current situation forever. If I don't wake up early tomorrow to work on my business, I'll be working jobs that I hate forever. If I don't at least try to live my dreams, I would only regret for never trying. And this is what I call trigger phrases. And it would be awesome if some of these sentences was already getting some of you fired up. But maybe some of you realize that I actually don't hate my current life. And I'll be okay if I am an MC forever. I'm just kidding. With all honesty, you are the one who defines your own happiness. And if you think your current life has no need for change, that's totally okay. You're the only one who defines your own happiness. Maybe you just don't have anything urgent enough in your life that you need to change. But what is interesting is that all these phrases, they probably made you feel uncomfortable in some level. And that's the key. You have to live with the discomfort, because when you mix this discomfort with resilience, you can turn into action, because now you don't have any negative mentality that holds you back to put you down or to make you feel less about yourself. It's more like, okay, I gotta change this, because if not, I'll be just here forever. And I'm pretty sure a lot of you don't want that. And it's always about how you add an action to a goal with a negative consequence in case you give up. It's like, think of a mice pursuing a cheese, but also running away from a cat at the same time. But remember, always use the future. Never use your past or people as pain triggers, because you don't want to feed into your traumas. They might make you work harder, but trust me, you will be unhappier in the future. Because when you work really hard to fix something that it is out of your control, guess what? You can't. And you will be stuck in a race that you will never win. And always pay attention to how the best trigger phrases will create this sense of tension in your body. It's like when you're playing sports and you are in a very competitive game, and in your mind, there's no option of losing, because all you want is win, because you worked really hard to get there. You just have to get in that mode of like getting the zone. So let me ask you again, what is uncomfortable in your life enough that you would do anything possible to change it? And I have a little challenge. I want you to think of a trigger phrase right now that you think it could work for you. And I want you to put in the comments below. And it also helps me with the algorithm. Oh, there's one more thing I want to warn you. Through the process of urgency, there might come with frustration and anger, because now you want to see results fast and you don't want to be impatient. That's why I think it's incredibly important for you to balance the other aspects of your life, such as health, information, rest, and emotional regulators and relationships, because those things will create a structure in your life where you can keep going for a long period of time. Because the biggest problem is when you burn yourself out. Because when you burn yourself out, you give up and you never achieve your goals. Because in the beginning, it's not going to be about results, and you might see it, if you are efficient, but I would say do not focus on it, because when you look for validation or when you look for immediate results, I think the process becomes a lot more difficult. And imagine teaching a kid how to walk and you expect them to run right away. It makes no sense. So it doesn't matter how fast or how slow you go. It's just a matter of taking the steps necessary to get where you want to go. Just take it slow, just enjoy the process and learn what you have to learn in order to get where you want to go, and be nice to yourself. And that's it. I hope you have an amazing 2024. If you want to see more of me, you can follow me on Instagram, and you can subscribe to my channel, leave a comment, and this will help me out a ton. I've been working with social media branding to help people with their own identity and mission, just to help them push and understand content a little more from the perspective that I have. So if you want to work with me, hit me up on Instagram, and see how we can help each other out, because I need help too. But we got this. I hope you achieve all your dreams and goals, but thanks for being here, and I'll see you at the top. Let's get it.